All right, and now we are going to find out what the process is when you do what's called amortizing a loan, and maybe the alternate title of this is how the bank really makes money off of you when you borrow from them. So let's jump in and talk a little bit about what happens when you make a loan payment to your bank. And usually, what happens is the bank very graciously accepts your payment with a cheerful thank you for your business, and you leave the bank feeling pretty good and satisfied that you've made your obligation for the month, and they seem genuinely happy to see you. Well, there's a reason behind that. As the teller accepts your payment, they take that money into the back room and they hand it over to none other than. You guessed it, dear old Snidely Whiplash. And this rather nasty villain, what he does is he takes your payment and splits it into two piles of money, one that goes to the bank and one that goes to help pay down your loan. So you have this monthly payment that you make, and the bank has to get theirs at some point in time. And usually what happens is they take that money off the top first, and then anything that's left over goes to your loan. So let's show you how that works by creating what is called an amortization table. Okay, so you decide that you're going to borrow $1,000 from your bank in an unsecured loan, and unsecured loans tend to have higher interest rates because you don't have any sort of collateral to back it up, like a car or a house or something tangible. The rate is 12%, and you're going to pay off the loan in 1 year. And if you make an amortization table for this loan, you're going to find out what happens to each and every monthly payment. Okay, so in order to find that monthly payment, you use the loan payment formula, and you are going to end up with a loan payment of $88.85. So go back and review the loan payment video if you need to, and that's going to help you to figure out that $88.85. Now, that's the amount that you are going to pay each and every month. So under the payment amount, starting on line 1, that's what I'm going to fill in. And instead of writing it in all the time, I'm just going to draw a line there. For our purposes, you could probably get away with that by hand because you know every month that's what you're going to be paying. All right, well, now what you need to know is you need to figure out how much you're paying in interest. And in order to figure that out, you need to take your periodic interest rate, which is your I, and you need to multiply that by how much you owe on the loan. Okay, well, your I in this case is 0.12 over 12. Why is it 0.12 over 12? Well, the reason why it's 0.12 over 12 is because your rate is 12% and you are going monthly on this. So that's going to make it 0.01. 1%. Well, that should be pretty easy to calculate. 1% of 1,000 is $10. So for your first interest payment, you owe the bank $10 in interest. So you're going to pay your money to Snidely, and in the back room, he's going to separate out $10 and give that to the bank. And the rest of the money is going to go to pay off your loan. So $78.85. Well, how did I get that number? Well, I took the $88.85 and I subtracted $10 to get that amount because that's how much money is going to go to pay off your loan. So once we figure that out, we're going to take $1,000, which is how much you owe, and subtract $78.85. And after one payment, you actually owe the bank $921.15. Okay, so now you know that what you've got to owe the bank. And when you go and you pay the next payment of $88.85, they take the money to the back, and dear old Snidely multiplies how much you owe by 1%. And let's see what he gets here. He's going to wind up getting $9.21. So for your next payment, you see you owe less money in interest, and you're going to wind up paying more money over time towards your principal and less towards interest because you owe progressively less money. Okay, well, I have to take my $88.85 and take away $9.21 for Snidely's part of the pot. and $79.64 is what we owe on, or what we're going to pay towards the principal. So we're going to take that $921.15, we're going to subtract $79.64, and now after two payments I owe $841.51. Okay, so let's do one more just to make sure we've got the process down. We're going to take the $841.51 and multiply that by 1%, and that's going to tell me that I owe $8.42 in interest, which means I'm going to be paying $80.43 to the bank, and $841.51 minus $80.43 gives me $761.08 as what I owe the bank. All right, I'm going to kind of hit the pause button on my recording here, and I encourage you to do the same thing. And with this example, maybe I want you to continue and get all the way down to the last payment, and we'll discuss what happens once we hit payment number 12 at the bottom. So I'll be back in just a moment. Hit pause on the video and take a few moments and work through this for yourself. All right, now after filling in this table, you notice we have $87.96 left, and that's less than what we owe, but I want you to keep in mind we still have to pay interest on how much we do owe. And how much we're going to wind up owing is all of 88 cents. So if I take $88.85 and I take out the 88 cents in interest I owe, what I actually have to pay to the principal is $87.97, and you see that I'm going to be down a penny, or actually the bank is going to owe me a penny when it's all said and done. A lot of times when you have an installment loan over the course of time, the bank will send you a notice that says, hey, you need to call and figure out what your last payment is. Because of rounding, there may be an adjustment, you may owe less. I seem to remember in my own personal case when I had a car loan that I paid off, the last payment was maybe $1 or $2 less than it normally was, just because of all that rounding over time. All right, so that's a quick little introduction as to how you amortize a loan.